It's Tuesday morning here on KSJE, and back with me for her regular visit is Jamie Church, the president and CEO of the Farmington Chamber of Commerce. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here. I have so much to talk about.
You have a lot to talk about, and you brought guests with you.
I did. I'm so excited.
Very exciting to have with us from the San Juan United Way, Catherine Abeta and Jennifer Johnson. Good morning to you two.
Thank you so much for having us. We love being on your show.
Good to have you both here. I'm going to get you on the camera there so we can see you. There they are. There you are.
Thanks for inviting us, Jamie.
You're welcome.
And we'll explain why you're here in just a moment, right? Because there's a reason.
Yes.
Not just we just pulled them in off the street.
Right.
Okay.
No, and there's going to be a lot of giggling. I'm just going to say. And if you know Jen, you're going to recognize that giggle. But we're going to try to keep it. We're going to try not to laugh too much. But it's going to be fun.
It will be fun. Very true. But you've got a lot of stuff coming up.
We do.
As always.
We do.
And so what's happening?
So we're going to start with actually this Thursday. The Redcoats will be doing a ribbon cutting for the new pickleball courts at Brookside Park. So the city of Farmington, we've got new pickleball courts opening up. So, if you don't know about pickleball, if you've never heard of pickleball, I don't know where you've been. Because it's the number one growing sport in the country.
Evidently.
So that's
not
coming
played
up.
with pickles. I'm
no,
always
and you got to just read the history of it. But anyway, so new pickleball courts will be opening, and so the Redcoats will be a part of that. And then we have a business after hours on the 23rd of June with one of our Chairman Circle members, which is our highest tier of membership, and that is based in Coordinated Health. They're celebrating 30 years. They're having like a birthday bash. So that is June 23rd, and that starts at 5 o'clock over at Basin. And so we have a lot of information about that on our, in our newsletter.
Right.
There's a huge amount of events going on in the community, some that the Chamber is involved with, but some that we are just helping to get the word out about. Mac and Cheese Fest is coming up. We, of course, have our big event that we're going to talk about today. San Juan County Fair is coming up. Connie Mack is coming up. So these events that have been sort of rebuilding after not happening in 2020 are happening, and they're happening big time. So there's information.
Days. So mention Freedom Days?
Freedom Days, Freedom Days and the parade. And so, if you're looking for information on these events, obviously check in here with KSJE, but the Convention and Visitors Bureau maintains a great calendar at farmingtonnm.org. Click on events, and you can just scroll through and see all the events happening on a weekly basis, like the Makers Market and the downtown, the concert series, and then the events that are the one-time events that are annual. So it's all there. I think there's going to be a balloon rally coming up in Bloomfield as well. There's a big balloon fiesta thing. So there's a lot going on.
Yes, very true.
Yes.
So pay attention.
But I'm going to talk about what
pay attention, everybody.
Chamber's got going on.
Good to be back.
It is good to be back.
That's right.
Exactly. I heard that at the Freedom Days that Mayor Nate Duckett and City Manager Mike Stark are going to be in a dunk tank.
I heard that too.
So
I heard that rumor.
You can dunk the mayor and city manager. So.
Mike is the county manager, but
what did I say?
You said city
manager. Oh, sorry. I said city mayor. Sorry. County manager Mike Stark. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, Mike.
If Rob Mays isn't paying attention, he may get a little worried.
Yeah, so you can dunk him too. Come on, Rob.
We'll dunk anybody.
Yeah, sure.
So that is right. I did hear that rumor as well.
That sounds fun.
So speaking of dunking.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
We're going to talk about
all conversations lead to what we're going to talk about.
We are so excited about this. So one of our big events that we do every year with the Chamber is our Music by the Pond.
Right.
And that event is Friday, July 8th, and it's really fun. It's live music. After midnight is the band, and then there's barbecue. And actually, speaking of pickleball, there's going to be pickleball demonstrations, so you can watch a team play for about 5-10 minutes.
Okay.
And then you can try it out. We're going to have paddles and balls there, and an instructor. You can get out.
Pickles?
The pickles. Jar pickles.
Barbecue.
So lots of good things going on. But one thing we're adding on this year, and it's a big one, is a golf tournament. And so it's called Tees and Tunes, and it is already sold out. We have 22 teams, so you can't play golf. However, one of the things that we're doing is on hole number 9 is our toilet bowl hole. And that is why I have Catherine and Jen here to talk about it. We kind of came up with this idea, and, it was started out as just a funny conversation that I was having with Catherine.
Shocked you would have a funny conversation with these two.
But then it actually was like, this would be a lot of fun. So what we're doing is, thanks to Lowe's and R.A. Beal Plumbing, which suit. That's a perfect fit.
There's a theme.
We have created a toilet bowl that sits on a pallet, so it's stationary. And then on hole number 9, each team when they check in can purchase 2 tries to chip into the toilet bowl, which is not easy.
Well,
it's a very small target, actually.
Yeah, sure.
So they can pay money. I think it's $20 a try, and if they get it into the toilet bowl, then they're entered in for a prize draw. So thanks to Rita and Patrick Manchester with the Manchester Agency, they have donated a big Yeti cooler that's going to be full of fun things. So whoever ticket we draw, they win that Yeti cooler. So why the San Juan United Way is involved in this is a 50-50. So every chance we sell, 50% goes to the San Juan United Way, and then 50% goes to the Chamber of Commerce. And then after the golf tournament is over, I have not started building this toilet yet, but I have big vision. I keep telling my husband, this is what we're doing. We're screwing it on a pallet, and we're putting wheels on the pallet.
Brand new toilet.
Yeah, brand new toilet. Donated by Lowe's. Did I not say that?
Right.
So anyway, we're making this toilet movable. So after the golf tournament, we're going to wheel it on over to Music by the Pond near the pond area. And people going to Music by the Pond can buy chances to also try to chip into the toilet bowl. So they can buy, it'll be $5 a chance. And so they can buy, 10 chances or 50 chances or whatever. And again, half is going to the San Juan United Way, and they're going to talk about what they do and all the good work they do in the community. And so we'll have prizes going for that as well. So people get to chip into it. And so we keep saying, make a splash at the toilet bowl hole.
Don't flush your chances.
Don't flush your chances. And so there's, we are going to do some modifications to this toilet to make sure that actually somebody might be able to chip into it. And Darren, my husband, and Darren and I are going to set it up and practice so we can figure out how far you need to be. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. But in addition to chipping into it, we hope teams will have a lot of fun at that hole. We want them to sit on the toilet, take pictures, hashtag I'm at the toilet bowl hole to support San Juan United Way. We want to have it just be a really fun thing.
Be careful what you wish for.
Chipping in for the community.
Chipping in for charity. Yeah, we have all sorts of fun little things.
Plunge into fun.
All right, you're on the marketing team.
Yes.
That's right. Very good. Well, and so again, if you didn't get a chance to get into the golf tournament, you still have a chance to interact with this toilet.
Yes, interact with the toilet. And so the Music by the Pond tickets are $50 a piece. They do go up. So that's the early bird special ends on the 17th. On the 18th, they go up to $60 a person. And then we're stopping all sales on June 30th so I can get my numbers over to the country club for food. So June 30th will be the last day to get tickets. And this is a really fun event. It's outside. It's beautiful at the country club. You're right there by the 18th hole where the pond is. And then we've got the music, and we'll have cornhole. I mean, it's just a great night. Very, very fun event. And so even if you didn't get into the golf tournament, that's fine. You can still come to Music by the Pond, and then you'll get your chances. We'll be selling them the whole evening so that you can try to chip into the toilet bowl. And again, it's just a fun way to help raise money for San Juan United Way, and also just to get people out and doing something fun.
Right.
So anyway.
Very true. And you've got live music. We do. Get a plug for
after
midnight.
After midnight, and they're a great band. And so, the barbecue, the chef and I met last week to talk about the food for the event, and then I had a conversation with Keith, who does the pickleball instruction and demonstration. So it's just really going to be a fun night, and $50 a person, and it's just going to be great. So, then you can buy your chances to chip into the toilet bowl hole.
There you are. Okay, very good. And you're supporting the Chamber of Commerce too.
Yeah,
it's
a 50-50.
Yeah,
the tickets are going to support the chamber for sure.
Yes, the tickets do.
And then the other chipping is 50-50 split between you and the United Way.
Yes. And if you look at the graphic that you have up on the screen there too, the main sponsor for this event is Zimes Ford Corners. And I just want to put a plug out there for sponsors such as R.A. Beal, and Home 2 Suites is helping to sponsor this. And, all the events we talked about before, right when I came on, could not happen without sponsors. And those are the businesses in town that put their money locally to help us have these events. And so we really, really appreciate them because we couldn't do these things without them.
Very
Sidebar,
true.
shout
Yes.
out to our sponsors for San Juan United Way, because so true, and can't thank them enough. So if you didn't get in on the hippest event of the year,
Yeah.
and sponsor the toilet bowl hole, please
See?
feel free to sponsor United Way, because
Yes.
we are the hippest group in town.
That's right.
See, there you go. Well, very good. Well, let's find out a little bit more about the United Way.
Yes.
I think I know what they do since I'm a proud
think?
board
The
member.
Godfather
I
himself.
always have to disclose that. And so they keep me on the board for some reason. But anyway, Catherine and Jen, great to have you here again. So talk to us a little bit about the work that the San Juan United Way does in the community, why this is so important.
Yeah, so we're very excited to partner with the Chamber this year to bring this really fun activity to giving back. So what we do all year round is hustle money throughout the community. A lot of times it's through workplace campaigns. So we'll go into a business and give employees the chance to donate however much they'd like from each paycheck for a year. And it's very simple, and it's a way to honestly raise a lot of money in the community. So the more people that we have doing that, the more money that gets raised for local nonprofits. And another thing that's really, really important and why I do this work is 100% of what we raise stays here in San Juan County, unless somebody asks us to send their donation to a nonprofit outside of the county. But otherwise, it supports all of the community-based nonprofits that operate in San Juan County and that we all rely on. And I mean, you can imagine throughout the pandemic just how much many of these nonprofits have been through to support and serve our community. That's not over. And so the more support, the more awareness we can get out there just about all of these nonprofits and the support they need from these incredible businesses. The businesses that sponsor the Chamber, sponsor United Way, sponsor different nonprofits around the community. I mean, really, we've got an incredible business community, and I just think this is a really cool opportunity for us as the nonprofit to give back and celebrate these community partners as well through the Chamber.
Very true. And I wanted to just mention again, because you mentioned it and then you kind of went on something else. And I think it's important to mention 100% of all of the donations go to these nonprofits or wherever you designate. And so that means that there is other funds that support the basically administrative costs of the United Way, which many charities don't have that.
Right. We're
and
very
so they
lucky.
usually take a little bit off the top. Maybe it's 3%, 5%, 10%.
Yeah.
But in United Way, it's 0% because 100% goes to where the donor wants the money to go, and I think that's really significant.
It is. We're really lucky because it's like you said. It's rare. It's unusual for a nonprofit to be able to do that, and we're only able to do it because the community believes in the work that we do. When we get out and raise money, we can raise 4 times the amount it costs to do that. Administratively, and that's something where not only are we raising money, but we're serving the nonprofits additionally because many of them don't have the capacity to send out a full-time fundraiser or development officer or something like that. And there's just so many good causes and so many important programs that we can't let those services fall by the wayside just because they don't advertise as much or something. And so it's a way for us to support that and have the businesses in the community support it because they say, we support the work you're doing at United Way. Here, print everything you need to print, pay your electricity bill, buy the pens, whatever you need to do to run the campaign. We will sponsor that so that everything you raise goes back out to our community, and it's just so cool.
And quite frankly, it covers the salaries of you and the rest of the staff
Yes.
at the United Way, and that
Yes.
couldn't be done, and that's no small.
No, yeah.
You
Yes,
know.
thank you again.
Yes,
Well, you can't run an
I'm very
organization
appreciative.
without
Yeah,
people. You can't.
I'm very appreciative
So-
to be able to put food on the table for my kids
Of
and
course.
Yeah.
take them with gas
Yes.
in my car, and that is a part that people don't usually like to talk about in nonprofits because they want it to go to the programs. But one of the cool things about United Way is Jen and I are a lot of the program.
Yes.
We are the United Way program. We are the ones who get out and raise the money and do those things, and so it is nice to have a community that supports us that way.
Right, and I just have to say personally, when I donate my $1, which is more than $1, but
It sure
every
is.
dollar goes to a multiple different area in our community, whether it's
Yes.
helping kids or Red Cross or homelessness or food kitchen or all the other things that we do, and I'm leaving out a bunch, but it really is spread around to a lot of different areas, which is what I like. And so I don't have to necessarily think about it. And
Exactly.
these programs are all vetted and reviewed by the United Way. And so anyway, it's a nice one-stop shop for a donation that really makes an impact locally, and knowing that 100% of my donation gets to those agencies.
Right, and an important thing about what you said, which I'm sure you're okay with me saying since you almost said it, is you donate to the community fund, and that community impact fund is when you're not donating to a specific nonprofit.
Correct.
And you could donate to any nonprofit for free, and that's another service that we provide to the local nonprofits. They don't have to pay for any of that processing. They don't have to do it themselves. We just cut them a quarterly check. But if you give to the community fund, you are giving to the greatest needs out of 18, a dozen and a half local nonprofits or more. And it's what is the greatest need but among those agencies, and your donation is split. And
Right.
it accumulates to hundreds of thousands of dollars over 1 year with the help of so many other local donors just giving out of their paycheck.
Exactly, which is a great thing. And so thank you for the work
Yes.
that you and Jen do, and everybody else involved with United Way. I know there's a bunch of volunteers as well, and other folks too.
Yes,
So
thank you.
That's a
Well,
great
and in addition
partner.
to the money that'll be raised, which is it's awesome, then that's important why we're doing it, but it's also awareness with this whole event.
You
So
bet.
our golfers will have swag bags, and so we'll make sure that we have information about the San Juan United Way, how they can donate. Many of these are business owners. Maybe they aren't currently involved with the United Way campaign. Maybe they want to get involved with the United Way campaign. So we'll have information in the swag bags at hole number 9 on, seriously what the United Way does and
Right.
the good work
Is the
that they do.
toilet going to look like a NASCAR? You're going to have stickers on
We
the
are
toilet?
going to have stickers on it. We are
Is
going to have stickers on it. We have to make them. We're going to make them over at the Big Idea Makerspace. I want to give a
Sure.
plug for the Big
Yes.
Idea.
Right.
So Big Idea Makerspace is an amazing resource in this community. So we're going to draw up or design some things and make some stickers. Of course, I've already talked to our main sponsor for that hole, which is R.A. Beal, about do they have stickers. So we're working and we're making a little design. We're going to have a plunger, and we're going to have toilet paper
Some props.
and some props.
I'll
It's
be
just
full
gonna
of jokes and facts.
It'll be
about
very
toilets.
fun. It'll be very, very
I would
fun.
think nothing less if you didn't come prepared with that. Yes.
But seriously, I think to the awareness of what San Juan United Way does locally and how the money does stay here local and how they help support so many of the agencies that add to the quality of life in our community. And that's, the chamber, our tagline is connecting commerce to community. And this is just one of the ways that we can get the word out about how we do that. How do businesses connect with the community? How do businesses support nonprofit agencies? How do we work on the quality of life so that people will want to move here and stay here and build a business here and educate their children here? So I think it all just kind of ties together, and this is just a fun way to do it. But anyway, so we hope you'll support it. And you know what? Even if you cannot attend the Music by the Pond, you can still contribute to this. Just contact me at the chamber. I am happy to take your donation. I will make sure that it goes to the San Juan United Way and that we are tracking that as part of this event. So even if you can't go, but you're like, this is cool, I want to contribute to the toilet bowl hole. Maybe we need a little sound like a flush.
Yeah.
We should record like a flush.
That's a good
And
idea.
every time we get a donation, I can
flush it.
flush it. Oh my goodness.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Do you ever wonder how these ideas come to
these
be?
kinda-
This
they
is how.
build, how they grow.
There you are.
Ideas live
See?
on air.
We did pretty good at the giggling too.
We do,
I've
we
seen
do.
we've kept it
That's
pretty
true.
harnessed.
Just for our radio audience who can't
Yes.
see this screen, I just
Yes.
want to make sure they can go to gofarmington.com, the website,
Yes.
and find out all the details, or they can call your office, 505-325-0279. That's
Right.
325-0279 is the Farmington Chamber of Commerce.
Yes, and it is right there on our homepage. And so we've been also putting a lot of it out on Facebook. But now that we've done the radio reveal of the toilet bowl hole, we're going to be pushing that part a lot.
It's gonna make a splash.
I know. I can't wait. I need to go home with my
Do you have
phone
a splash noise on
I
there?
wish I did. I didn't know that I needed to have my sound effects ready to
and
go.
Upgrade your
maybe
sound
look
effects.
into it.
Yeah.
So we do have
Wow.
another event coming up too, and
Yes, you
it's
do.
a ways off, but I certainly want to talk about it, and that is our 2022 Professional Women's Summit.
Yes.
And this event has grown and grown, and it's going to be even bigger this year. So it is October 12th and 13th. The 12th is an more of an evening, sort of late afternoon, evening reception, but also very focused networking time. We heard back on our feedback forms last year that while people enjoyed the little brief interludes of networking between the presenters, they really wanted more of a focused networking time. So we're doing almost a sort of speed networking event. It'll be at the Civic Center the evening before, and it'll last for about an hour to an hour and a half, where you can really do that intentional networking with people in your industry or outside of your industry, but you're really getting out there and doing that networking. Then we'll have a VIP reception with our presenters and our sponsors, and then the event itself starts the next day on the 13th. And we'll go all day, and we have an amazing lineup of speakers. And so I just encourage you to go visit our website, which is at the bottom of the graphic there, but it's professionalwomen's-summit.com to see the lineup of speakers.
Okay.
And about half of them are local and are from right here in our community, and then half are speakers and presenters we're bringing in from out of the area. And our theme this year is reinventing yourself. And that can be taken in a number of different ways. Last year, our theme was overcoming adversity as we came out of 2020. Many people during 2020 and 2021 had a lot of time to sort of look at their career, look at what they were doing. Did they want to change careers? Did they want to make a change in their life? And so we thought with the theme of reinventing yourself, that really fit in. So it's not just personal, but also community. So our lunchtime presenters are Tanya Stinson from the Convention and Visitors Bureau and our Mayor, Nate Duckett, talking about the reinvention of a community or reimagining a community. When your community is going through a transition, how do you do that? I have my friend Shelley Whitfield, who's coming in from Wetumpka, Alabama, to talk about the exact same thing with their very small community of 8,000, and how now through help of HGTV show, which certainly
doesn't
helps,
hurt. Yeah,
does not
right.
hurt, but
True.
how does a community reinvent itself?
Okay.
And then on more of a personal level and a career level, throughout our lives, we reinvent ourselves. You've been there, you know. You were on television. Now
Once a broadcaster,
radio, I
always a
know,
broadcaster,
the
but
way
still.
you've done that has reinvented over time.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Um,
suppose that's true.
We do that through our lives as we are a child, then we're a student, then we are young in our career, we're a young professional, then we're perhaps a parent, then we become an empty nester, then we move into retirement. It's this like constant reinvention of what we're doing and who we are.
Right.
So,
Or your kids move back home.
or they do with
and
their,
you're
with their
closer to the
grandchildren and their
grandkids.
dog.
I'm just saying that,
Story for another time.
that could happen.
Although it's happening this week.
Yes. Look at the smile on this woman's face.
I'm excited about it.
Yes.
Actually, I'm very excited about it. But so reinvention happens.
Right,
But it
right.
but anyway, so
That's the theme.
Yeah, reinvention.
That's the theme.
And this is just the most positive, engaging professional development. One cool thing we do because of our sponsors is we offer scholarships to students. So high school students and college students who want to come can attend the whole event for free. And what we hope with that is that they will work on their networking skills and maybe find a mentor. I mean, in addition to hearing from these great presenters, but maybe find that sort of professional mentor that they can align with and build that relationship. So there's a lot going on, and it's,
Well, as you
just-
mentioned, it's been growing and growing.
Yes.
And I think
Yes.
if it wasn't so full of all this useful information and folks looked forward to it every year, it wouldn't
Right.
be growing and growing and growing.
Right.
And so congratulations to you and the
Thank
planners
you.
of the summit that keeps reinventing it, I think, to make
Yes.
it more, pertinent to what folks are looking for these days.
Well, and Catherine, who was one of our presenters our first year in 2019, and she presented on imposter syndrome, and at the time I didn't even know what it was. But then once I looked into it and she spoke on it, we realized that fits a lot almost into this year's theme too, where you really spend a lot of your life thinking, wait till they find out I don't know what I'm doing, which we do know what we're doing.
Right.
But sometimes
Good
we
point.
sort of talk ourselves out of knowing that we do know what we're doing. But
Right.
so anyway, that was a fascinating topic. But
Very much so.
And when she presented in 2019, we had it down at Artifacts because we didn't know what to expect that first year, and we sold it out.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had 2020, And then in
Which is virtual.
2019, virtual.
Right, more of a virtual
we had a
thing in
virtual, but it was
2020.
we still had it. And I got to give us credit for that because we could have just said, oh, we're not doing it. But we did a virtual. We had a keynote speaker who was an author, and we Zoomed her in, and we even did Zoom breakout rooms, which I had never done before. So, we did it. And then in 2021, last year, we had 250 people attend. And that's when I think our committee realized, wow, this is something that people are interested in, and not just here in Farmington, but the whole Four Corners region. It's such a great opportunity to do that networking, to get that day of professional development. And there's a reason we don't do this on a weekend. We do this on a Thursday because we want people to realize the value of attending and sending their team and their staff to this. This is professional development. They're going to bring things back to the office that will help them in their career life, their personal life, and hopefully their team. And so it's worth it to send your team to this event. So we
Right.
don't do it on a Saturday for a reason.
Good point.
Yes.
Good point. And so just the nitty gritty is you've got early bird registration until the end of August,
Yes.
August 31st, $75.
Yes. Right.
Late registration will be September 1st through the 30th, and that's $100, and then things get cut off.
Right.
So you can plan for your event on the 13th
Right.
and the 12th.
So I'm learning to do
October.
that, set hard deadlines so I'm not the night before still taking registrations. I've learned over the years how to
Right.
do these things smarter.
See, there you
and
go.
well, so for the $75 you mentioned, that includes the morning, which is like muffins, which will be local women businesses will provide the morning food. We'll have coffee, and then we go into our full lineup of speakers. The $75 also includes a really cool tote bag, which our event bag, which we're designing right now. Also lunch, which will be provided by the Chili Pod. And then we have a special thing going on. It's a surprise that only myself and our co-chairs know about. So the speakers, this also includes the evening before with the networking, the reception, all of it for $75.
Okay.
So pretty amazing.
You're giving away a toilet. I know what that is. I know what it is.
A cracked toilet that's been hit by 500 golf balls. So yeah, that's our prize. No.
Something
we have some
else.
other things. We have some
Something
fun
else.
door prizes, but we have another really neat thing that's happening that really nobody knows about, and we're keeping it pretty secret. So
Okay.
don't wait. And if you are a business owner, this is not just for women. Let me say that too. We had a lot of attendees last year. Some were men, some were women, high school students. We want both male and female there. These are your community leaders talking about really interesting things. So
Good.
we encourage everyone to attend.
And so if there's a student who's tuning in, or a parent of a student, or a grandparent of a
Yes.
student, if they want to apply for these scholarships,
Yes,
can they do that
need
at the
to
website?
contact me.
Or how
No,
do
they
they-
cannot do it through the website.
Okay,
They need
so
to
they have to
contact
call
me
you.
because one of the caveats on that is they do need permission from school to be gone that entire day.
Okay.
So they do need to be students that get, that their teachers or their advisors have said, yes, they can take that day. So it is, they would need to coordinate with me on that just so I know they can be there, and that's fine. But we just really encourage these students to take advantage of this opportunity to attend for free.
Okay, very good. It is the Four Corners Professional Women's Summit, returning again in October. Early bird registration is open now through the end of
Yes,
August.
we've already started selling tickets. We have our sponsors on board. And so, don't wait, because once we hit about 350 attendees, we're sort of going to start to slow it down. 400 is our max.
Okay.
And so this isn't something that, a week before you want to call and say, oh, we totally forgot to get our tickets, because at that point we will have to stop because we're looking at so many people this year.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
That's a
very
lot
good.
of muffins.
And a lot of muffins.
That's true.
And if you're listening
Kara?
from anywhere in the area, we are going to have a block of rooms at the Home 2 Suite. So you can come on the 12th of October, come to the evening event, and then stay overnight at Home 2 Suites, and then attend the next day. So if you're coming from Cortez, or you're coming from someplace in Utah or Durango or wherever, you can come for the whole event and stay.
And get a deal.
And so this is regional, not just here in Farmington.
Good to know.
Yes.
Good to know. All right. And before we go, Music by the Pond, Friday, July the 8th, and
Yes.
tickets still available this week. Again, early bird by the 17th, and then $60 after June 18th up to July
Yes.
the 1st.
Yes.
Okay. Barbecue, chipping, toilets,
Chipping,
pickleball,
pickleball,
dancing.
My goodness, all wrapped up in one event. And
There
don't
you
forget,
go.
if you want to support this and the toilet bowl part and help support the San Juan United Way and you cannot attend the event, just give us a call at the chamber and we will get that all set up.
Okay,
So,
there you go. 505-325-0279.
yes.
Very, very good. We are out of time.
Oh my goodness,
It's
really?
happened again.
Hot so
Diggity
fast.
job.
It does it. It happens again. But
Not
thank
even
you.
enough giggling.
I know.
I mean,
Right.
I've got. Did you guys know that in 1890? No, I'm just kidding. You'll have to show up for that.
What is it? Thomas Crapper? Isn't that the guy?
that invented the toilet?
Yeah.
Oh, we have
That's
so many
not
folks.
his last
I
name.
think you have to look that up.
I don't think that was
It
really
was
his last name.
Alexander Cumming who secured the first patent for a flushing toilet in
Oh,
1770.
and well
Oh.
done to him, because aren't you glad we're not still in outhouses anymore?
See?
I think about that every day when I go into my
Oh,
bathroom. Thank
yes.
goodness I don't
I
have to
do
go to
kind of
an
miss the old
outhouse.
pool chains. I remember
Yeah,
my
those
aunt's
are
house
pretty
had
cool.
that.
They still have those in some places, I think in Europe, if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. On that note,
See that?
Gosh, thank you so much for having us.
Thank
thank you for coming in and staying focused as much as we can.
Stay focused.
Stay focused.
What great advice.
Thank you very much, everyone. We've plunged through another show.
Upgrade your sound key.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks for joining me, everyone. My guest this morning from the San Juan United Way and the Farmington Chamber of Commerce.